Hey everyone, and welcome back to another news alert. My name is Jimmy Boyd, and thank you so much for tuning into Boyd News. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more updates like this. And feel free to support me on Patreon or buy me a coffee. Links are in the description below the video. All right, well, good to have you all back again. I've got a major update coming out from Ukraine to share with all of you. Breaking news here in just the last few hours that Ukraine has reportedly struck another Russian oil tanker in the Black Sea off the coast of Crimea. I've got new video footage being released from Ukraine's security service, also known as the SBU, and new details on the extent of the damage and everything in between. Let's take a look at this new story on your screen. Ukraine strikes another Russian tanker. Today, SBU Sea Baby naval drones hit the Dashan oil tanker, which belongs to Russia's Shadow Fleet in the Black Sea. The vessel transports oil products worth approximately $60 million per trip. So absolutely massive news coming out from Ukraine today. And wasn't it just about a week ago that we had reports of Ukraine striking several other Russian oil tankers? We had two of them that were struck in the Black Sea, and then reportedly another one that was hit off the coast of Senegal in Western Africa, and that was like 5,000 kilometers away from Ukraine. If that was Ukraine that carried out that strike, that was very far away. This is a little clip of the video footage coming out today showing a Ukrainian naval drone approaching the ship, and reportedly it got struck 3 times. I've got a new video that we're going to go over today. We've got an article that we'll get into, and I'll give you guys more information regarding this story. And we will also jump on over to X and get information from independent sources. And also, I have a Russian Telegram channel source complaining today about the incident and claiming this is doing massive damage to the Russian economy with Ukraine striking all these Russian tankers. So it looks like this is not over. Ukraine is going to continue hitting all these Russian tankers and trying to knock them out of business. And that's why I put on the title for the thumbnail, Shutting It Down. So I want to show you guys this new video coming out for Ukraine's SBU today, and then we'll start to jump into an article. So enjoy the video. We'll be right back. All right, pretty wild drone footage coming out from Ukraine's SBU. You guys let me know down in the comments what you thought of that video. As we can see, multiple drones were attacking that ship and allegedly got hit 3 times. So now we're going to jump into an article. Let me give you guys more details here from mainstream news out of Ukraine, what they're reporting today. This will be starting off with Interfax Ukraine. It says SBU naval drones hit another tanker of Russian Shadow Fleet in the Black Sea, according to sources. This coming out today on December 10th, 2025. There's the date right there. And it says on Wednesday, SBU Sea Baby naval drones hit to the Dashan oil tanker belonging to the Russian Shadow Fleet in the Black Sea. This was a joint operation of the 13th Main Directorate of Military Counterintelligence of the SBU with the Ukrainian Navy, a source in the SBU told Interfax Ukraine. It is noted that Dashan was moving under the flag of the Comoros Islands in the exclusive economic zone of Ukraine in the direction of the Novorossiysk port terminal. The vessel was moving at maximum speed with the transponder turned off. So it looks like they were absolutely frightened to be going through Ukraine's exclusive economic zone. They were afraid of being attacked. That's why they were moving at maximum speed, and they turned off their transponder. Ukraine was still able to locate this ship and attacked it with these naval drones, effectively destroying the ship today. So apparently this is the name of the ship, called the Dashan, okay? So if you hear that name, that's what this is being referred to today. And it says here, according to information, The tanker suffered critical damage as a result of the attack. The video shows powerful explosions in the stern area. According to preliminary information, the vessel is out of order. According to our sources, the approximate cost of such a tanker is $30 million, and for one voyage, it transported oil products worth approximately $60 million. Due to the transportation of Russian raw materials and high risk shipping, with the identification system turned off, the EU, Great Britain, Canada, Australia, and Switzerland previously imposed sanctions on the Dashan vessel. And it says, quote, the SBU continues to take active measures to reduce petrodollar revenues to the Russian budget. Over the past 2 weeks, this is the third tanker, the Shadow Fleet, that has been put out of action, which helped the Kremlin circumvent international sanctions, an informed source in the SBU said. So it looks like the SBU is not confirming that strike on that other vessel located off the coast of Senegal in West Africa, because they're claiming here it's their third tanker that has been attacked. So we know 2 were for sure attacked in the last week or 2 in the Black Sea. So it looks like the SBU is only claiming strikes on 3 tankers, not 4, which is being reported by lots of other independent sources on X today. Recall that on November 29th, Sea Baby was hit by 2 sanctioned oil tankers, Cairo and Virat, in the Black Sea. Okay, that's what we talked about just about a week and a half or so ago. So crazy news, guys. And from what I understand, I don't believe this ship had any oil on board. So for anybody that's worried about like economic concerns, maybe there was some oil that was spilled, considering it is an oil tanker. But as far as I know, it was not loaded with oil at the time. That's why it was heading to the port of Novorossiysk to go and fill up. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump on over to X now. I've got a few things I want to share with you guys over here as well. We'll start off with Ozin Technical. He's got a couple screenshots from a Russian Telegram source, and it says here from Fishermen, another attack on a tanker in the Black Sea about 2 hours ago. Ukrainian unmanned boats attacked another civilian vessel. 3 unmanned boats struck the Gambian-flagged tanker Dashan. The vessel is sanctioned as part of the so-called Russian Shadow Fleet. A group of BEKs, those are the naval drones, moved out from the Odessa region during the night, headed towards the eastern part of the Black Sea, bypassing the Crimean Peninsula. The extent of the damage is still unclear, but one very telling detail remains. A British RC-135W, a reconnaissance aircraft, was operating in the air over the western Black Sea region during the attack on the tanker. Immediately after the attack, the aircraft headed to the tanker's location. It is currently patrolling parallel to Sudak, on the southern coast of Crimea. So that's what this map is going to indicate. I'll pull open a bigger map here that is much easier for you guys to see, and we'll talk about that. But apparently, yeah, a British RC-135W reconnaissance aircraft was operating and near that area, and eventually headed towards the ship when it came under attack. So it looks like there was some sort of coordination between Britain and Ukraine potentially here when carrying out this attack. A little bit more information. It says this is the 4th civilian vessel attacked by the enemy in the past 2 weeks. This incident once again demonstrates that Ukrainian forces backed by the West have no intention of stopping their attacks on shipping. Such strikes are a blow to our economy, just like the drone raids on oil depots across Russia. Unmanned aerial vehicles, or UAVs, are no longer as effective as against coastal targets. So the Ukrainian armed forces have switched to easy-to-reach targets, and in the absence of adequate defense and countermeasures, it's only a matter of time before the next vessel is hit. Okay, so confirming here that Ukraine is probably going to continue more of these drone attacks using these naval drones. Okay, we've already seen this 3 times now in the Black Sea. Seems like Ukraine is really trying to shut down the port of Novorossiysk and not allow any of these ships to come in. We've also heard some reports that some of the insurance companies are starting to raise their prices now on some of these vessels that are traversing through the Black Sea. If they're part of these, Russian sanctioned vessels, any of these Shadow Fleet vessels, they're having to pay higher insurance right now due to this. So it's crazy what's happening to Russia. They got to be getting hit very hard with their economy. And that's what it talks about here. Such strikes are a blow to our economy, just like the drone raids on oil depots across Russia. So yeah, huge hits here, guys. Now let me take a look at this map here with you, and we'll talk about this. So apparently this is where the ship was located, just a little bit southeast of Crimea, right here in the center of the Black Sea when it came under attack. This blue line is going to be these naval drones coming from the Odessa region that were heading for the ship, eventually struck it. And then we had this Boeing RC-135 rivet joint reconnaissance aircraft from Britain that was doing loops over here, and then after it came under attack, apparently started to head towards where the ship was struck at. So, yeah, I really wonder if maybe this plane was providing some sort of reconnaissance or intelligence information over to Ukraine for them to allow this strike onto this tanker. Very interesting coming out today, but yeah, apparently it was flying through here very quickly, trying to head over to the port of Novorossiysk, and did not make it, obviously, was struck multiple times and apparently suffered extreme damage. So, absolutely insane news today, guys. Just want to give you an update on this story. But yeah, let me know what you think about this down below. This is pretty nuts. Ukraine destroying a lot of these Russian oil tankers, and it looks like it's not going to stop. So let me know what you think about all these details down below in the comment section. That's going to be it for today's update. If you got something out of this, please smash that like button. Also, if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing down below. Hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can notify you. With that, hope you all have a great day. Everybody take care and God bless, and we'll see you in the next one.